kick right in front of the goal, and it's in.
Second, cuts to the corner, takes the shot, he scores!
Please rise and welcome Josie Salvetti.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud they waved at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly strewn, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's hear it for Josie Salvetti. Good luck to both teams tonight.
All right, great way to start off our last game at Confluence Stadium for the season. It's beautiful out here. It is a Thursday evening. It's actually kind of hot out here. I'm sweating a little bit, but other than that, it's absolutely beautiful. Definitely the nicest night we've had out here in a while. So, gonna enjoy it. Should be a good matchup. Peters Township versus Mars. It is. You got me solo tonight, so hopefully hold up to the standards and actually get my numbers right this game, but we'll just have to see because I got no help and no Annabella to correct my numbers, so you might just have to bear with me, but we're moments away from the start of this matchup. Both teams get their final huddles in. Mars is very hyped up. Peters getting their pep talk. The last home game of the regular season here in Confluence Stadium. So hope they can come out with a good performance. I believe this is the first time we've seen Mars at least at home. So, be a new team. It'll be very, very fun to watch. Zach Corey is going to be starting at midi, I believe. Starters, the middle of each field. I was stand corrected. Zach Corey is going to start in net for Peters Township. He has had a great season thus far. Number 11, Jonathan Greco, will start in net for Mars. As we are underway, the sun is right in my eyes, so I can't see very well, but we're going to run with it anyways. Thank you. We're going to run with it anyways. I believe there's Riley Grudai starting in the face-off circle for Peters Township. Brady Knight on our close side. I can't quite tell who that number is on that far side. Face-off is won by Mars. That is number 15, Jack McKenzie, winning that face-off, still holding on to the ball. Now on a trail right by the Mars net. Well, this sun is in that really awkward spot right now where I can't see anything. I already lost it, but it's okay. It's got to get through this first quarter. Hopefully the sun will go down. Looks like that ball will be taken by Mars. Riley Grudai will check off. Aiden Perker will check in for Peters Township. Huge play made by Brady Knight with the long pull. As he will get double teamed, and the ball will be scooped up by Mars. As Mars will get the first offensive look of the game for both teams, a little bit less than a minute in. Charlie Caputo waiting to check in for Peters Township once they get a break. Is that one will go high, and it'll be Mars ball still. Number 3, Ian Coulter, one of the two, hopefully. For Mars, we'll start with it behind the net. Now it'll be kept out. Nice save made by Zach Corey. As Mars will keep possession. Got to wait for that sun to go down, then I'll be able to get numbers. Hopefully by halftime, maybe. Now it'll stay out. That'll go over the right shoulder of Zach Corey. It's actually hot out here. Like I'm sweating a little bit. Maybe outside today wasn't the way to go, but it's beautiful out here. We can stand a little bit of heat, but anyways, back to the actual game. Mars will keep it. Great defensive play by Brady. I believe that's Justin Tornator to keep him out. And that one will go out. Peters Township will get the ball. They will get their first break of the night so far. Believe that is Micah Mosier for Peters Township who will start with it on our far side. Right by the Peters Township, the home bleachers. We are sitting here in the away bleachers right now, completely empty. Peters having a pretty nice turnout. Chase Cogley will start with it behind the net for Peters Township, behind the Mars net. They will get their first offensive look of the night. This is Roman Marino. Take it for Peters Township right about midfield. That'll be knocked out of his stick, scooped up, and Mars will get the ball right back. Chase Cogley gets his stick out the furthest, so he will start with it for Peters Township behind the net. Spin move around one, trips him up. Noah Schratz will check in for Peters Township. Roman Marino has it on our far side. He scoops in, puts a shot. Oh, take it back to, who is that? I believe that is number 8. That is AJ Vasilko. He will have it behind the Peters Township net. Oh, nice save. I can't tell who put on that shot. I believe that is Elliot Schratz, but a great save. That is Jonathan Grieco. And another great play by Charlie Caputo to get that ball out. That is Riley Grudai, Peters Township. He carries up. He puts one on off the post, and that'll somehow, some way stay out. But that is scooped up by Mars. It's Justin Tornator for Peters Township. It is Mark Logan. He's had a great season this season on defense. Peters Township has had a lot of stars this season, a lot of people breaking out for them, especially Riley Grudai. He's lit up the scoreboard along with Chase Cogley. Has led to a bunch of the Peters Township success this season. about like doubling teams, winning by 20s, getting the double digits on the board. Big contributors to that. Great season on the scoreboard and great season defensively as well. Peters Township winning the Trip 3A section champion. And be out of the reach of Riley Grudai. Riley Grudai to Roman Marino. He will slow down the play, set up something hopefully that he likes. He will get it down to Josh Drake for Peters Township. My mind and my mouth are racing at a mile a minute right now. No, it's really not helping at all. Sun is definitely not helping. It's hard to see those numbers far away right by the concession stand, but we can see Roman Marino. He drives in, and that one will go be a little bit wide off that far post, and it will go out. Peters Township will start with it behind the Mars net. It's Chase Cogley, I believe, sophomore for Peters Township. He had a great season. That'll be scooped up by Mars. The Fighting Planets will get another good look on offense. We are halfway, 6 minutes left in this first quarter. Halfway through, no score thus far. This is very, very unfamiliar for Peters Township. For it to be a 0-0 game thus far, Peters Township has had a very, very good season. Like I said before, on the offensive side of the ball, Mars has been playing very good defense, not letting him break in. Peters as well. No team has really had a great offensive shot or early into this game, so we'll see what happens. It's only getting harder and harder to see. Mars will keep it defended by Micah Mosier. And driving in. Great save made by Zach Corey. He will keep that one out behind his own net. He will take it. He will air it out to Micah Mosier for Peters Township. He won a JC Player of the Game this season, up to Mark Logan. That defensive three has had a very, very good season. Mark Logan, Micah Mosier, and Trent Pagoshnik. Micah and Mark, both juniors, trying to seniors, so the Peters defense is definitely going to be in good hands next year. Peters Township will get another offensive look. That is Elliot Schratz getting past one. Yeah, that is a great goal by Peters Township. I believe that was Riley Grudai, number 4. Yes, it was. Getting confirmation. That was Riley Grudai. Great play. Peters Township up by 1. 4:43 left to go in this first quarter. And being out here, definitely learn a few things, especially the numbers and a few terms, a few lacrosse terms, but I haven't really incorporated those just yet. Also, been trying to learn numbers. I still haven't learned those, so maybe next year we'll finally get them if they allow me back. Hopefully I didn't say anything too bad where I can't do this anymore, but hopefully they let me back next year and I'll actually get to learning the numbers. But face-off is won by Mars. As number 5, Kyle McEwen will have it behind the Peters Township net. Gets it back up to right about midfield, right by that PT Center logo. And defended closely by Noah Schratz, another senior for Peters Township. Last time we were here, it was senior night for Peters. Noah Schratz winning the JC Player of the Game for that one with 3 goals. Shot kept out by Zach Corey, but Mars keeps the ball. It's Kyle McCoon once again taking it for Mars. Tries to drive in, that is defended by Charlie Caputo. And that one is in. Great shot. That is Vincenzo Greco. I'm thinking possibly brother of Jonathan Greco. Hopefully I got that right. The goalie for Greco. That sounds right. 1-1 tie. 3:32 left to go. We are deadlocked at 1. Same spelling. Hoping they're brothers. If not, I just look really stupid. But anyways, 1-1 back in the face-off circle. Face-off is won by Mars. That is Jack McKenzie. Justin Tornator checks out. Elliot Schratz checks in for Peters Township. As Mars will get the ball back right after that goal. Hopefully turning this to a tie game, to a 1-goal lead for them as they continue their push. Mars very, very vocal on the sideline, hopefully trying to start a play for them. Peters Township keeping that middle blocked off so they can't break in. Not getting an open shot for the Peters goalie, Zach Corey, who's had an outstanding season, both as a teammate and as a player. I was talking to Zach Corey the other day about film for Peters. He really cares about what he does and absolutely loves it. And that was another save made by Zach Corey, and that one will go out. But Zach Corey cares very, very deeply about what he does, and he has that passion that is great for a captain, great communicator. Zach Corey, definitely one of the big reasons why this team has been winning so much this season, having one of their best seasons. Earlier in the season, I was talking to Mario Puscateri, another one of the captains, number 9 for Peters Township, about his main goals for the season. And one of his goals was to get back not only personal growth as a player, but team growth and winning another section championship. And Peters has done that, and they've done that pretty commandingly this season, having a very, very good season. Would have to be one of the best they've ever had. Only losing a few games. Anyways, Mars stays on the attack. That one will go wide right. No, wide left of Zach Corey. But Mars still stays on the attack. Jeez, that sun is killer right now. No, I can't see anything either. It's Kyle McEwen, number 5 for Mars, breaking in, defended by Elliot Schratz, keeping him to the outside. Finds an opening in the middle, and Mars scores. Beautiful play by Kyle McEwen to get.
Number 8, Dylan Phillips.
And Dylan Phillips catching that pass and finishing it off for Mars. Mars up to a little bit over 1 minute left to go in this first quarter. 2-1, unfamiliar territory for Peters, usually leading in the first quarter. Only down by 1. Justin Tornator lines up in the face-off circle for Peters Township, but won by Mars. Both teams fighting for it. Picked up by Peters Township. Oh, I wish I could see what that number is. Number 23, Roman Marino. Scooping that one up. Winning it for Peters. Chase Cogley will take it behind the net. Less than 40 seconds left to go. Spins around one defender, circles around, spins around and puts one on. That one will stay out. Ball is loose, picked up by Mars. Number 2, Jack Mueller will scoop that up. Number 11, the goalie, Jonathan Greco. A spin around one defender, whistle will blow. 8 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We will get a timeout.
Jump on the concession stand. Hamburgers, chicken sandwiches, pepperoni rolls.
Less than 10 ticks left in this first quarter. Mars up by 1, 2-1. This game has definitely been very defensive so far. Neither team really getting a very big break. Goals by Riley Grudai for Peters Township. Vincenzo Greco also punched one in for Mars. Mr. Brightside is playing right now on the speaker. I think this song is in every single playlist I have. I absolutely love this song in every way, shape, or form. It's dirty, but it's a very, very good song. Just don't pay attention to what the lyrics actually say. Just jam out to it, and you're gonna have a good time. All right, and the whistle will sound. That'll be the end of that timeout. Mars will make their way back onto the field. Peter's still in the huddle as they break off. So we get the go ahead. 5 seconds left. Mark Logan is just going to send that one soaring, and that is going to do it for our first quarter. Score after 1. Mars up by 1, 2-1. All right, looks like we are ready to go. After a quick break. No major changes for Peters. Elliot Schratz is going to line up in the face-off circle. Justin Turnator and Brady Knight will be the middies. Same 3 on defense for Peters and same 3 on attack as well, as far as I can see. But I can't see the numbers, and I'm not good with numbers. So face-off scoop. Elliot Schratz scoops up his own face-off. He finds an opening lane, and he puts one in right away. 10 seconds in, Elliot Schratz ties it right up once again for Peters Township. 2-2. 11:48 left to go in the first half. Great individual effort for Elliot Schratz. He's had a great season as well. All these players have had very, very good seasons, definitely contributing equally in their own ways. Other different players shining each night. Defense as well. You can't take the defense out of things, just like that play by Brady Knight. Playing long pull tonight. Defense, another big story for them as well. On all sides of the field, Peters Township has just been very, very good. But Mars will get their first offensive look of the second quarter. Peters Township tying the game up, hopefully erasing that tie and putting one in. Great save made by Zach Corey, keeping that one out. Mars will reset. That is number 24, Vincenzo Greco. He's tallied one tonight. Another save made by Zach Corey. He will slowly make his way up. Get it to Mark Logan, number 88 for Peters Township. Right back to Zach Corey. Micah Mosier on his left and Mark Logan on his right. Zach Corey will break free. So he will find an open man. Somehow that will stay out by the other Greco. And the goalies are just taking it for themselves. Jonathan Greco will break out for Mars. Number 12, Ryan Blake, has it up high for Mars. Defended by Josh Drake. What another great save by Zach Corey. Flashing his stick. We air that one out to Josh Drake. He will break in, finds AJ Vasilko, and finds Riley Grudai. Up close and personal in the net. Riley Grudai. There we go. That's better. We'll get his second of the night. Peters Township puts up 2 unanswered and 2 early in the second quarter. 3-2-2. Great start for Peters Township. Zach Corey shutting it down in the net. And goals by Elliot Schratz and Riley Grudai. Face-off won by Mars. There's Jack McKenzie. Kyle McEwen. Oh, nope, I'm one step behind. And did that go in? Yeah. It did go in. Okay. Sorry, it was a little, I could not tell for a second. It was a little bright out here, but Vincenzo Greco, number 24 for Mars, will get his second of the night. 3-3. Erasing that Peters Township push. Elliot Schratz lined us up in the face-off circle for Peters Township. Face-off won by Mars. Kyle McEwen. Flag will fly. We'll see who that one is on. I believe that'll be on Peters Township. That'll be Elliot Schratz. Elliot Schratz will sit down for a minute for a slash. Mars up a man. 3-3 tie game. Great opportunity for Mars to cash in and get their lead back. So they will have it behind the net, behind the Peters Township net. Off the top corner, I think it was top corner, hits some metal at least. That one will stay out. Mars still up a man, will start with it. A little bit less than 8.5 left to go in the second quarter. Ball is loose. Picked up by Zach Corey. Micah Mosier pushing it over to that net so Zach Corey can scoop it up. Great play by him. Peters Township shorthanded. Will get that one out. Mars will reset. Pushing up. That is number 9, Jack Dunham. Believe we are even. Yes, we are even. I believe that is Aiden Perker for Peters Township will check in. Elliot Schratz will go to the sideline. Mars still has possession. Another great save made by Zach Corey. Short pass to Micah Mosier. Brady Knight will check out. Elliot Schratz will check in. He will get the ball immediately. Aiden Perker is going to check out. Josh Drake is going to go in for Peters Township. He will get the ball immediately as well. Taking it up to the middle high. Right back to Josh Drake. Jeez, I really wish I could see that number. I think that's Chase Cogley in that far corner. Elliot Schratz gets it down to Riley Grudai. Right back to Elliot Schratz. To Roman Marino. To Josh Drake. He tries to get down one offender. Can't find an open lane. Right back to Chase Cogley. Elliot Schratz will take it to A.J. Vasilko. It's A.J. Vasilko driving in. Believe that was Josh Drake who tried to put one on net. Kept out by Jonathan Greco of Mars. Mars will break out. Shot stopped, I believe. Taken out, but Mars will start with it. Aiden Perker is going to check in for Peters Township. Number 26, Nick Corey, is going to check into the game for Peters Township. Brother Zach Corey. Huge hit. But shakes that off, and that'll go in. That is number 12, Ryan Blake, will get the lead back for Mars, 4-3. Nick Corey with a huge hit. Shakes that one off. Noah Schratz and Justin Tornator are going to check in for Peters Township. Number 43, Noah Schratz. Number 11, Justin Tornator. Justin Tornator will line in the face-off circle. Noah Schratz playing midi closest to us. And Peters Township is going to start with it. That is Justin Tornator up to Chase Cogley. Spins around one. Elliot Schratz open in the middle. Chase Cogley takes it for himself, and that is scooped up and kept out by Jonathan Greco. Mara is still very vocal on the sideline. Zach Corey in command, helping his teammates figure out where to go. I can't even tell who has the ball. Nope, I can now. It's number 4, Vincenzo Greco. Shoots one low. Mars will get, no one from Peters knew that, so Mars will start with it. There's number 3, Ian Coltier. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I kind of knew that I wasn't, kind of knew going into this season I wasn't going to be able to pronounce last names right. But hopefully we're doing A-okay. Who knows, maybe after the season's over I'll be called into the office and, hey, you kind of suck at pronouncing the last names, but I haven't gotten any of that yet. That one is kept out and dived on by Zach Corey. He will get to go ahead and get the whistle aired out. Taken by Elliot Schratz for Peters Township. He will drive in on that far side. Gotten up to Chase Cogley. Riley Grudai behind the net. Roman Marino will take it for Peters. Peters on that perimeter. Elliot Schratz inching to the middle. Josh Drake has it for Peters. Behind the net. Chase Cogley, that is picked off. Breaking free, that is number 8, Connor Hurdle. Whistle will sound. We will get a timeout. Mars will call one, up by 1. 2:39 left to go in the second quarter. Timeout for them and timeout for me too. It's time for a water break. That'll end it for that timeout. Both teams make their way back onto the field. It's getting a little bit nicer out here, not as warm. Sun is still right in my eyes, but as it goes down, a little bit nicer out here temperature-wise. As we will start, that is Vincenzo Greco. Greco. I don't know why I keep switching between the two. I just got to stick to one. Fighting for it right by Zach Corey's net. And he will start with it, get it up to Mark Logan. Peters Township has it on our far side. To Riley Grudai. To Elliot Schratz. AJ Vasilko will check out for Peters. Josh Drake will check in. 4-3, less than 2 minutes left to go. Very, very close game so far. Very, very low scoring, at least for Peters standards. Usually lighting up the scoreboard. Very, very good game by both teams. No teams really had a sudden break or a sudden slump, but that is Elliot Schratz using his speed to get it behind the net. To Chase Cogley. He spins into a hit. Looks like he got stepped on. Flag will fly. See who that'll be on. Be Elliot Schratz once again. This will be just a 30-second penalty. Another opportunity for Mars with a man up. This time for half the time. Less than a minute left to go, up by 1. Didn't quite get what that call was, but nevertheless. We are even. Aiden Perker is going to go in for Elliot Schratz. Whistle. 30 seconds left in this first half. Less than 20 on the clock. Driving in. Great save made by Zach Corey. That somehow stays out. Micah Mosier will start with it. He will get the go-ahead. Gets it to Zach Corey. 5 seconds left on the clock. He airs it out. And that is going to do it for our first half. Same story. Just a few more goals. All right, and we are ready to go once again. Sun is kind of coming down. It's a nice temperature out here, but honestly, I think it might be harder to see than it was in the first half. Justin Tornator lines up in the face-off circle for Peters Township. Couldn't catch that number for Mars. Charlie Caputo lines up on our near side. Face-off won by Mars. As number 15, Jack McKenzie, taking pretty much all the face-offs tonight. Give him right back to Jonathan Greco for Mars. And that ball will be just out of the reach. Number 17, Ben Bowser for Mars and Peters Township. We'll start with it. Zach Corey has it. His own net. Up to Mark Logan. Micah Mosier will take it for Peters. He crosses that midline right up to Roman Marino. Peters Township with it behind the net, right back up. And they will set up high. Roman Marino. Chase Cogley to Roman Marino. Right back to Chase Cogley. Still looking for his first one tonight. A little bit out of the reach of Elliot Schratz. Jonathan Greco will start with it. Up to Jack Mueller. To Kyle McEwen for Mars. Mars still has it. 2 minutes into the second half. That is number 8, Dylan Phillips. And as soon as I just said that, it is given to Ian Coultier. Coultier, I'm going to get this eventually. Probably not, though. Anyways, Mars works with it up high. And that one will go out. Mars will start with it. Right by the Peters Township sideline. It's number 8, Dylan Phillips, will take it for Mars. Mars still up by 1. Now they're up by 2. Right after I said that, I jinxed them a little bit. Up 5-2-3.
Goal number 15. Mark that. 17, Ben Bowser.
Is Ben Bowser tallying it for Mars. As the sun starts to go down and the lights start to go on, Mars is up by 2 early in this second half. 9:10 left to go in this third quarter. There's Riley Grudai for Peters Township. Gets it up to Chase Cogley. He circles around, gets in front of the net, trails back behind. Elliot Schratz with a nice catch up to Roman Marino. Back to Riley Grudai, senior for Peters Township. To Roman Marino. Steps back. Riley Grudai slowly making his way into the middle. Roman Marino still carrying for Peters Township. Finds Noah Schratz open, and a great save made by Jonathan Greco. Peters Township gets a first real offensive look of the night. Shut down by Mars as they make their way back up the field. Brady Knight and Nick Corey check in for Peters Township, as well as Aiden Perker. Riley Grudai checks out. Peters Township switching to their second set. Mars will keep possession and they will score. I believe that is 3 in a row for Mars, at least 2. Mars will go up by 3. Way to start off the second half. Number 12, Ryan Blake, will put that one in for Mars, putting them up by 3. 7:33 left to go in this the third quarter. Face-off won by Mars. Mars will maintain possession. That is Ben Bowser. He has one tonight. Huge hit. That is Elliot Schratz. He gets it back to, that is Trent Pagoshnik. He will use his space. Gets around one defender. He will pass that midline. Gets that one up to Chase Cogley. Elliot Schratz is going to check in for Peters Township. Gotten up to Roman Marino. To Elliot Schratz. Justin Tornatore is going to check out. Josh Drake is going to check in for Peters Township. He's won a JC Player of the Game as well this season. Elliot Schratz will keep it. Spins around one defender. Gets double teamed. Shakes off a hit, and that will be called. Looks like it'll be a hold. I'm not sure, but Peters Township will start with it. Chase Cogley down by 3. Down to AJ Visoko behind the net, another sophomore for Peters Township, having a great season. There's Roman Marino getting swarmed by blue and yellow. Riley Grudai puts one on. And that one will stay out. Great save by Jonathan Greco. He's having a great night. Roman Marino is going to check out. Brady Knight is going to check in. Nick Corey waiting to check in as well. Roman Marino will start with it for Peters Township. Chase Cogley will take it behind the net. Aired back out to Roman Marino. Looks like we're going to get a time change. Clock was a little bit behind. So 5:30 left on the clock. Peters Township will start with the ball. Riley Grudai gets around one defender, gets it to Chase Cogley behind the net. That'll be over his stick, and that'll go out. But he'll get the ball right back. Peters Township still on the attack. He will throw one backhanded, leaves his feet, and that'll be picked up by Roman Marino. Picked up by Elliot Schratz. Riley Grudai puts one on. Another great save made by Jonathan Greco. He's had a great night tonight. Peters Township has been putting shots on, but they have pretty much all been stopped. Brady Knight will go in as well as Nick Corey. Nick Corey will take that right away. Mars working up high, setting up their playing with that perimeter. Jack Dunham for Mars slowly sneaking into the middle. Don't want to be out of reach for number 5, Cal McEwen. That'll be Mark Logan. He will start with it for Peters Township. Gets it up to Josh Drake. Another sophomore for Peters Township, making a name for himself on varsity. Number 39, Elliot Schratz, taking it for Peters Township. Inching in. Tries to get past one defender. Changes direction, goes behind the net, spins past one, finds Chase Cogley open. Nice move by Chase Cogley. Finds Josh Drake. Peters Township looking for that opening lane, just can't find it. Using their speed. But Mars just shutting down those open lanes. That is one of the big reasons, as well as Jonathan Greco in net, stopping everything in front of him for Mars, keeping Peters down by 3. We will get a stop. 3:16 left to go. Peters Township down by 3. Josh Drake to Elliot Schratz to Riley Grudai behind the net. He has 2 tonight. Third one by Elliot Schratz. Roman Marino to Josh Drake. Josh Drake trying that outside lane, can't find it. Right back to Chase Cogley, who's usually down low, but it switches up high. He keeps it. To Elliot Schratz. He puts one on and he puts one in. Elliot Schratz gets his second of the night. That is Elliot Schratz cutting that Mars lead down to 2. Elliot Schratz finds the answer to the very good Mars defense tonight. Let's hope that they can keep that up. Justin Tornator will check into the face-off circle for Peters Township. Aiden Perker is going to play in that far midi position. Brady Knight closest to us. Sun is going down. Lights are coming up. Got a 2-goal game. Face-off scooped up by Mars, taken by Jonathan Greco, the goalie for Mars, as Mars transitions up. As Dylan Phillips gets back to Ryan Blake. He has 1 tonight. Mars keeping possession of it. 1:30 left to go. Elliot Schratz tallies his second for Peters Township. But Mars right back on the attack, not letting them capitalize on that momentum. Nice save made by Zach Corey. He's having a great game as well. Both goalies have been overperforming tonight. Chempagashnik will air that one out to Micah Mosier. He crosses the midline. Gets it to Elliot Schratz. Micah Mosier will retreat. Josh Drake will check on for Peters Township. Elliot Schratz takes it behind the net in the Peters Township end zone. Football games played here as well in the fall. Chase Cogley puts one on and he puts one in. 36 seconds left on the clock. Chase Cogley, who is having an amazing season. And he puts one in. He finds his first of the night for Peters Township in a very crucial spot, getting that momentum back for Peters. Elliot Schratz will play that far midi position. Brady Knight will stay close, and Justin Tornator will be at the face-off circle for Peters Township. Face-off won by Mars, keeping that momentum right on, and they score less than 6 seconds after that Peters goal to put them right up by 2. Vincenzo Greco finishing that one off for Mars. We're back to a 2-goal game. 7-5. There's been more action in these last 2 minutes than there have been in the entire rest of the quarter. fighting for that face-off. Very, very crucial face-off, scooped up by Brady Knight. That'll be knocked out of his stick. Ball will be loose, flags will fly. Looks like that is going to be against Mars with 18 seconds left. Peters Township will go up one man. 1 minute penalty. This one will carry over into the fourth quarter. Number 15, Jack McKenzie, taking a good majority of the face-offs for Mars tonight. He will sit for a minute. Peters Township down by 2. 18 seconds left in this third quarter. This penalty will carry over into the fourth. Very, very crucial point to try to get some on and get some on quick to get them back into this game. J.S. Cogley will start with it. 10 ticks left to Riley Grudai. 5 left. And they are just going to hold to finish off this third quarter. And a 3. Sun is finally going down. It's easier to see. Mars 7, Peters Township 5. All right, and that buzzer will sound. Fourth quarter. It is now or never time. The sun setting beautifully. Peters Township will start with it to start off this fourth quarter, down by 2, 7-5. Riley Grudai, he will put one on and he will put one in. Great start to this quarter. Top shout for Riley Grudai. That is number 3. Riley Grudai gets the hat trick, assisted by Roman Marino. 7-6. Peters Township starting the quarter off great once again. A goal in the first 20 seconds. LA Shrouds will line up in the mini spot on our close side. This time Brady Knight will be far on our far side. Face-off is won by Mars. It's Vincenzo Greco. He has a few on the score sheet tonight. Up by 1. Mars gets their first offensive look of the night. This game has been very, very close. I think definitely the lowest scoring game I've seen so far. Very, very defensive, but it's been very fun to watch. Nevertheless, neither team giving each other a bunch of space. These teams are definitely, whoever comes out with this win today is definitely going to earn it. That one will stay out somehow. Great save made by Zach Corey to keep that one out. Giving this one a 1-goal game. Another great save made by Zach Corey. Mars keeps on the push. Huge hit by Mark Logan to push him out. This defense plays very, very physical. Oh, huge hit by Justin Tornator, scooped up by Mars and kept in by Mars. Vincenzo Greco for Mars will take it up high. Defended very, very closely by Justin Tornator, pushing him out, keeping him outside. Great play by Justin Tornator as they switch defenders, now defended by Mark Logan. Finds an opening, but another great save made by Zach Corey. The Peters Township defense has been exceptional tonight. Only down by 1 and soaring through the air, leaving his feet. That one is picked up by Roman Marino. As Peters Township will call a timeout, they are happy about that one. Peters Township putting one on early, and Mars had their offensive chances, but Peters Township has been shutting them down on defense. Great start to this last quarter for Peters. If they keep this up, they could very, very well come back. But Mars is not going to go down lightly. So we're just going to have to wait and see how these teams finish off this game. Who has more grit, who can run off fumes, and who has the adrenaline. It's a storybook. Both teams make their way back onto the field. Chase Cogley, Ralu Grudai, Elliot Schratz, Josh Drake, Roman Marino, all on the Those aren't words. These are. Roman Marino, we'll start with it for Peters Township. AJ Vasoko behind the net. Finds Josh Drake out wide, gets it up to Roman Marino. He breaks out, flip to Elliot Schratz, and that'll be over the stick of Chase Cogley. Roman Marino and Josh Drake will check off for Peters Township. Brady Knight and Nick Corey will check on. That one is tipped by Brady Knight. Great play by him. Scoops up his own pickoff. Brady Knight putting on the wheels. I think he's definitely the fastest player I've ever seen. He has been outstanding for Peters Township as a long pole and as a midfielder. Roman Marino will go back in. Brady Knight will check out. Roman Marino will start with it. Roman Marino finds an open lane. He puts one on, and that will be kept out. Roman Marino picks up his own rebound to AJ Vasoko behind the net. It's picked up by Chase Cogley to AJ Vasoko behind the net. Less than 8 minutes left, 4 minutes down. Peters Township with the only goal in this fourth quarter. Elliot Schratz will take it. Chase Cogley to AJ Vasoko behind the net. He circles around. Puts one off the far post. Huge hit by Chase Cogley. Shakes that one off. Ooh! Great play by Elliot Schratz. Breaking his stick.
Timeout, Mars.
Mars will take a timeout.
Last chance, get down to the concession stand before the end of the night. And get your popcorn. For the
This
end
is
of
where
the
Peters gets, we've seen this before. Peters playing very, very physical and just being one step ahead, using their speed and using everything they have. And it's working for them. They just got to put that one more in the back of the net. They've been dominant in the fourth quarter in offensive possession. Mars will call a timeout. Fourth quarter, 7:21 left to go. Each team with 2 timeouts left. Mars will start with it in their own territory on their own side of the field. That is Kyle. Ooh, did I get that right? Yeah, that is Kyle McEwen taking that down the far side for Mars. Breaking in, gets past one defender, and he will put one in. That one is heartbreaking for Peters Township.
Mars goal, number 5, Kyle McEwen.
That'll put Mars back up by 2. That one hurts, and that one hurts a lot. Zach Corey talking to his teammates. Peters Township still in it, nowhere close to out yet. 7 minutes left. Face off one by Mars, putting on the steam. Great play by Elliott. Oh my gosh, off the far post. Somehow, some way, that one stays out. That is scooped up by Zach Corey. Peters Township getting a lucky break on that one. It's picked up by Mark Logan. Peters Township taking it behind the net. That is Chase Cogley. He steps back, gets it to Riley Grudai, to Roman Marino up high. Roman Marino turns on the Jets. He makes one-player trip. Gets it behind the net to A.J. Vasilko. Back out to, who is that? Is Noah Schratz to Chase Cogley. Chase Cogley will pull one on, and a great slave made by Jonathan Greco. A.J. Vasilko will get his stick out. He will get the go-ahead straight to Riley Grudai. Right to Roman Marino as well. He will move in, flip back out to Elliott Schratz. Can't get a handle on it, picks it back up. Elliott Schratz putting on the Jets. He tries to put one on, that'll hit the ground. Go high and out. A.J. Vasilko will start with it again. Right to Riley Grudai. To Chase Cogley, who's playing up high. Got Roman Marino open as well. Sets up a centering pass out of the reach of A.J. Vasilko, and that one will go out. He will start with it on that far side. To Riley Grudai. We'll go back out up to Elliott Schratz. 5 minutes left to go. That one will be blocked and redirected and stay out. Peters Township has been putting on the offensive onslaught, but just cannot finish that play. One of these has got to go in eventually. A.J. Vasilko starting with it once again. Finds Roman Marino open. A great save made by Jonathan Greco. That ball is bobbled. Scooped up by Noah Schratz. Great play. Peters Township has a break. To Chase Cogley. It's getting rowdy in here. Peters really showing why they are called the Rowdy Red. As Noah Schratz, he breaks in off the post. Oh, and that one will stay out. This is getting fun to watch. The sun is going down. The lights are coming out. Peters Township down by 2, a little bit less than 4.5 left to go. Finds A.J. Vasilko open, and he puts one in. A.J. Vasilko gets his first of the night. Great assist by Chase Cogley, his second point of the night. 8-7, Peters Township. Or sorry, nope, those aren't words. Jeez, this is a high-intensity point. Peters Township down by 1. They've seen this before. So has Mars. They got to stop him from getting that goal right away like they did last time. And that starts with this face-off. Justin Tornator lines in for Peters Township, the junior captain for the team. Face-off still loose, scooped up by Mars. Oh, he's pushed down by A.J. Vasilko, and he will get penalized for that one. 4 minutes left to go. That one hurts. Another flag will fly. Peters Township is going to be down by... Peters Township is going to be down by 2. 3:51 left to go. A.J. Vasilko. And let's see who else is going to sit for Peters Township. Looks like there's just going to be 1 down. I'm not sure what that second flag was for. No, they are going to be 2 down. Riley Grudai and A.J. Vasilko are going to sit for Peters Township. Mars up by 1 are going to go up 2 men. Riley Grudai, Micah Mosier, Mark Logan, Trent Pagoshnik, Zach Corey, all on the defensive side of the ball. For Mars. That one will stay out. Great play by Mark Logan to keep that one out. Mars will reset. There's number 40, Vincenzo Greco, having a great night, as well as his brother. He will put one on, and he will put one in. Mars will go up 9-7. 3:14 left to go. That one hurts for Peters Township. Vincenzo Greco will get another one for Mars tonight, as we are back to even. Justin Tornator lines up in the face-off circle. Brady Knight and Aiden Perker on his left and right side. Down by 2 once again. Peters Township, ball is loose. Ball is still loose, scooped up by, thought it was scooped up by Aiden Perker, but that one will go in. Let's see, I'm not sure what that call was, but Peters Township will start with it. Elliot Schratz will pick up the speed. Down by 2, a little bit less than 3 minutes left to go. It's now or never for Peters Township. Finds his brother in the middle. That brother-brother connection. Noah Schratz puts one in for Peters Township, 9-8. The Schratz brother connection. I'm putting Peters right back into it, down by 1. But for the third time, is Mars going to answer right away? Nick Corey and Brady Knight check in on Elliot Schratz left and right side. Elliot Schratz lines into the face-off circle. This is getting intense. This is fun. This is really, really fun. More of just a spectator at this point, just talking out loud pretty much. This is fun to watch as Mars starts with it. Peters Township playing that aggressive defense. Ball is scooped up. Huge hit by Chase Cogley. And he is going to go down for a cross check. Is he? It's not going to be a penalty. It's just going to be a whistle and a fresh start for Mars. That is Kyle McEwen. He has a few tonight. He's been a key player for this Mars team. A little bit over 2 minutes left to go. Kyle McEwen keeping it running down that clock for Mars as he's feeling that hit. It's number 12, Ryan Blake for Mars. They're eating away that clock. Huge play by Micah Mosier. Great play to get that one out of his stick. Micah Mosier having a great season, getting it up to Zach Corey. A minute and a half left to go. It is crunch time for Peters, down by 1. A little bit over the stick of Elliot Schratz. That ball is still loose, picked up by Mars. And getting past 3 defenders. Mars stays on the push, 1:20 left to go. And that one will somehow, some way stay out. And what a turn of events. Noah Schratz will start with it. He's got so much room to run. Finds. Oh, great look for Noah Schratz. Great save made by Jonathan Greco. He's had a great night. And that ball will go out. Peters Township not done yet. 50 seconds left to go, down by 1. Elliot Schratz will start with it over the stick of Roman Marino. Scoops up his own ball. And Peters Township is going to take a timeout. It is rowdy. It is loud here now. Less than a minute left to go. Peters Township down by 1. They've got the momentum on their side. They've pretty much shut down Mars in the final 2 minutes or so of this game. I'll say it again. Sun is going down. Lights are coming out. Peters Township has the momentum. It's getting loud in here. Out here. We're not in a... If there was a roof here, it wouldn't be here anymore. Peters Township is finally getting that home field advantage. I think now is definitely the time where that home field advantage definitely kicks in. As anytime Peters pretty much touches the ball, it gets rowdy in here. Huge defensive play by Micah Mosier right behind the Peters Township net to stop that Mars push. And Peters Township has just been on top of it ever since. All right. It is now or never time. It is time for Peters Township. Zach Corey goes back into his goal. Micah Mosier. Trent Bogoshnik. Mark Logan on the defensive side of the ball. Josh Drake. AJ Vasilko. Roman Marino. Elliot Stratz. Riley Grudai. Chase Cogley. On the offensive side of the ball for Peters as Chase Cogley starts with it behind the Mars net. As he finds Elliot Stratz. Did that go in? No, it did not go in. I thought that went in. Anyways, we still play on. Peters Township still on that push. 30 seconds left to go. Riley Grudai finds it. He puts one on. A great save made by Jonathan Greco. He has had an outstanding night, and Mars is just going to play with it. Finds AJ Vasilko open, and he scores for Peters Township. Sorry, I just screamed into the white, but great play by AJ Vasilko. He will pick off that pass and he will score. It is 9-9, 15 seconds left. It is really loud in here. Everybody is on their feet. It is fun, and it is a great way to end off this regular season in Confluence Stadium. This is something you just got to be here for. This is so much fun to watch, but we're not done yet. We got 15 seconds left. Face off once again. I'm starting to lose my voice here a little bit just from screaming. Face off won by Mars. 10 seconds left. Whistles will blow.
Timeout, Mars.
And Mars will call a timeout. It can't get more storybook than this. 9-9, Peters Township cashing in. AJ Vasilko with one of the best plays I've ever seen in my short 5-game or so, quote-unquote, career doing these things. And none of them have been more entertaining and more fun to be a part of than this game. AJ Vasilko, great season, really making a name for himself on the attack for Peters Township on varsity as a sophomore, with possibly the biggest goal he's ever scored. We're getting chills. I'm shaking over here. 7 seconds left. Mars will start with it. 9-9. Fourth quarter. The lights are officially out. The sun is almost done setting. Both teams will break their huddles. Micah Mosier, Trent Pogoshnik, Mark Logan, Zach Corey, Aiden Perker, Justin Tornator, Brady Knight, Chase Cogley, AJ Vasilko, Riley Grudai. Those are the names out for Peters Township right now. And Mars will start with it. They will start with speed. 3, 2, 1. And that one will stay out. Clock will sound. And that is going to do it for regulation. We have not seen this before. At least I haven't. This team has not gone into overtime yet this season. This all started with a goal by Noah Schratz, putting Peters putting it at 9-8. That Elliott Schratz, Noah Schratz, that brother connection, putting them down by 1. And then AJ Vasilko with the goal of his life, picking off that pass and putting one into the open net. 4 minutes on the overtime clock. The sun is done setting. Pretty much. Eminem is playing. It is time. You better lose yourself in the moment. If you want it, you better let it go. Go. I definitely sang that wrong, but I'm shaking over here. It is time for overtime. Face-off one. Or no, not quite yet. Face-off won by Peters Township. Scooped up by Elliott Schratz. Finds Chase Cogley. He will make his way behind the net. He will cut in. And he will put one on and he will put one in. Chase Cogley will put one in for Peters Township. 14 seconds into the overtime period, and that is going to do it. What a poetic way to end off this regular season for Peters Township.
14 seconds.
The 2023 Peters Township Indians have been something special, and that is going to do it. I think that is all for me. I'm getting lightheaded over here. Last thing I can say is thank you. This has been a great season. Hopefully you all stuck with me, and I did okay with this. But this has been so much fun. 10-9 in overtime. Final score. Peters Township with the win.